I think a lot of that obviously is in the writing. There's some pretty clever lines, and yeah. Even reading that, I thought that was a kind of pretty kick-ass part. And it really kind of says a lot. And in order to get to that is, I don't know. It depends on the two people. And Ben and I, we got along straight away. So I think the possibilities were endless. It wasn't so much how he described the character. It was more of who he introduced me to get a greater understanding of Boston and of ex-cons, guys that are, still criminals or soon to be criminals. It's just who he introduced me to. He gave me a great sense. So I took pieces from, four or five guys, and then kind of what I can make up on my own. Oh, I don't know if if I did. Again, it's just being there helps a lot. With the accent and the attitude and the sense of pride and loyalty to things. I couldn't have done it on a soundstage in Los Angeles. There's just no way it would have happened. Yeah, that's been it's kind of a running theme for me in my life, and also big theme in this movie. We're a product of our environments. Um, for sure, Jim and Doug are both products of their environment, being specifically from Charlestown, where being a bank robber is a trade, an actual job for people. That's one of the things that really interested me about the movie. Yeah, Ben researched that stuff, and yeah, I think it's all pretty accurate. I mean, at one time, I don't think it's so much like as much today, but certainly back in the day, 10 years ago, even, it was. Yeah, don't get me wrong. There was a bank robbery during the heist of the armored car with the nun masks. We were doing all that sort of thing in the North End, and then the very next day, some guys robbed a bank. I'm like, okay, I guess it's still going on, but I just don't think it's as prevalent. He is not really a director on set because, well, at least from in my perspective, he was mostly an actor because I was acting with him in all the scenes. The only time I felt like he was directing, we just go to the monitor and sort of watch what we did, and then kind of go back in and play again. The direction mostly came from all the research and the discussions. It's just about how he saw the movie and that sort of thing. Yeah, it is different, and the main thing that I kind of took from it from Ben, though, specifically, was he has a very likable quality to him, and there's an ease about him, and it translates onto the set. The tone and mood of the set is very easy, very creative, and fluid for us to try to be the best we can be. I don't know if it's a city so much that really fascinates me is the story. I mean, if this took place in France, for instance, well, that'd be just as interesting. It's a beautiful city, but I don't know if it's the location or it's a story that happened in the location and what chicken or the egg. I don't know which came first. So it's really the story that matters to me. I think that's a high compliment. Those are two tremendous directors, and I think Ben would blush to hear those sorts of things. But yeah, but I do think it holds up to any of those kind of genre films for sure. Some of it was kind of tough because shooting action sequences are a little tedious. I mean, with someone with the masks, those are a little difficult because your perception is very very limited what you can see, and doing a lot of physical things, hitting guards with guns and doing that sort of thing. And the Fenway Park was a lot of bullets, so we have to be careful. I mean, I was shooting 100,000 rounds a day for 10 days. Amount of opportunities for work is certainly multiplied, and the jobs or the potential jobs are bigger. Um, I got a couple movies to go do that I'm really excited about. They're pretty big, and but never want to abandon small, cool, little independent movies either. The only thing that's tempting is great directors, and when you have like a guy like J.J. Abrams really wants you in a movie, it's like, well, that's it's hard to not do that movie. Um, that's the only thing that's tempting. It's not about the money so much. It's always it really is coming to. I want to work. I want to go. I want to skip to work. I want to be challenged by the work, and it's nice to be supported by a really great director. So that's again one of the bigger changes is the more well-known directors start coming into play, which is gosh, come on, it's amazing, right? Because I saw Gone Baby Gone and knew that he was fully capable of handling this movie as well. But my concern, with Ben, I wasn't so confident. Like, what makes you think that you can star and direct in this thing? That's a lot to tackle. And because of his answer is why I did the movie. And he said, I don't know if I can do it, but I'm going to give it a go. I'm like, all right. And not knowing the answers, I think if you know the answers, then you already trap yourself into a box and rigidity. So him not knowing and surrounding himself with pretty talented people on and off camera. So I don't know. I would swing for the fences for him anytime. Well, yeah, I hope movies like this make a lot of money because I wish more of these were made. A lot of movies like this just do not get made. Unless it's cartoons or in 3D or something or some superhero movie. It's really unlikely your movie's getting made, at least in the studio system. So I hope for Warner Brothers and Ben that this movie succeeds in a lot of ways, and for selfishly actors and myself to continue to do character-driven sort of stories. It's always hard, I think. But I think the harder the movie is to get made sometimes, or all the time really in my mind, it means it's probably good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or good meaning it's like there's more risk that you can take because there's less money involved. It's not $300 million. It's maybe like 30 million or even 3 million. You can actually stretch a little bit and take more chances.